Hi guys, hello, welcome to A to Z with Ezichi. My name is Ezichi Phoebe, and this is a mini series on my channel where I go through each letter of the alphabet and I talk about something that means something to me. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge the fact that I have been gone for months. I have been missing in action and I am so sorry, guys. The thing is, I filmed a video on body positivity back when I was in the US, and in post-production, like while editing, I realized that I didn't handle the issue of body positivity as sensitively as I would have liked to, and I realized that the video was a bit long, much longer than what I intended for the A to Z with Ezichi series. That video will come as a different item entirely. It's going to be independent of this series. Instead, I'm replacing it with boys, books, and babies. Interesting, right? Okay, I'm kind of winging it, but if I look down, I'm looking down at my iPad, you know, the usual. I feel like these three topics merged into one are going to be relevant to us, like you guys, my target audience, and like me at this age. These are things that are crossing my mind. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Relax. The baby's aspect. That came from me spending summer last year with my niece, a baby, and I learned that I am not ready to take care of children yet. Having a child is a serious commitment, so please abstain. If you're not religious, if you're not a Christian and you don't want to abstain, please use protection, because children are not beans and bread. Children are not soft cheeks and smiles. Children are diapers. Children are tears. And my niece is a well-behaved baby, don't get me wrong. But taking care of her as a well-behaved baby taught me that if I had a child that wasn't behaving properly,
Happiness, are you crying? You are crying, eh? That's very good. That's a good son. A good son should never be happy when he's not progressing.
God in heaven would have to help me, because what do you mean? Yeah, so childbirth is not easy. My sister will attest to that. And raising a child is not just a one-time thing. Please don't get ahead of yourselves. Everybody's on their own lane. There will be time for that. Just for now, let's focus on the books. Okay? Okay. If it means cutting off all the men in your life, cut them off. Cut them off. And then another thing I learned while nannying my niece was that children need love. Okay? So if you're not the loving type, or, well, let me not discourage anybody, but it really put things into perspective for me. Trigger warning, that kids in like abusive homes, or just generally unemotional homes, will suffer so many developmental delays. It's inevitable. When she's learning new things, my niece, of course, when she's learning new things and like you applaud her, you smile at her, it encourages her, much like anybody else. I can only imagine what the kids in these homes are going through. So if you know you're not ready to provide for a child physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, please. Sorry if the angle may have changed slightly. There was an interruption that I had to handle. So yeah, back to business. Babies, babies, babies. Babies are a huge emotional, financial, physical, mental commitment. So if you're not ready for that, wait until you are married and stable before you go on that path. Now, let's talk boys. If you're my family member, my church member, please just go away. If you know you're going to stress me, if you know your aim of watching this video is to send it to my parents, just go away. Okay, here are some lessons that I've learned in life with regards to the opposite gender. If you don't know, I attended an all-girls school and I have only sisters, 2 sisters. So I never really got to live in an enclosed environment with the opposite gender until I did my A-levels after high school. If you can, put your child through A-levels. Like, it's a real teaching experience and a learning experience that will guide them when they're about to apply to uni and when they're living in uni. There are a lot of valuable lessons to learn in A-levels, whether academic or life lessons. Advertising A-levels, that's crazy. I hated being there, but I learned a lot. Anyways, what I learned was that boys can be so messy, so barbaric. It was not a shock, but it was appalling to witness. What else did I learn? Men can't lie. Men can't lie. They will look you in the eye and they will lie. Tell them bye-bye, bars. Hey! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you had to witness that. But that's what an average conversation with myself goes like. So yeah, men lie a lot and they can be very manipulative from a young age. So don't be naive, open your eyes, listen. Let me tell you something my mom always told me when I was younger. And typically we don't speak pidgin in my house, but then to give this lesson she would say, don't listen to I love you past my mama. And that is so valid, because they will look at you in the eye and they will tell you, I want this for us, I want that for us, this is the aim I have, this is that. But they will never act in line with that, especially when they're lying. They won't act in line with it. And you'll be there holding on to these expectations. Wake up. It is 2025. Like, I know experience is the best teacher, but we need to trash that idiom somewhere. Cause, okay, Harvard is the best school. Are you in Harvard? No. So why are you waiting for you to suffer first before you will learn? I don't want to speak on trending and controversial issues, but we have so many examples of women that have suffered in the hands of their spouses. So please, you don't need to go there and join the line. You can stop it now, end it now. The moment you see something that doesn't agree with your spirit, leave. Like, there's this false narrative that is being pushed that, oh, there aren't that many good men in the world, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you, if you find somebody that you think is the perfect person, but then they have one thing that you cannot, like something that is a deal breaker for you, leave. You will find your real perfect person that won't have that deal breaker. I'm not saying anybody's 100% anything, but I'm just saying you will find, leave that 75%. You will find an 80%. Okay, there's no scarcity. There are billions of men. Billions of men. Don't stay there and suffer with that little grasshopper. You can go and explore the world and find a praying mantis. Wisdom. Okay, if you can't tell, I'm entirely winging this video. It's currently 1:31 a.m. on the 25th of February 2025, and I just got dressed like this and I was like, let me film. I haven't filmed in a while. So when I trashed the body positivity video, I was like, I have to do something. And then this boys, books and babies just came to my head, and now I'm winging it. I should have written something down, but this is what you guys are getting for now. The next video will definitely be much better. For the books, should I go to the books? I have a lot to say about boys, but I have to stay mysterious. For the books, read your books. I'm not talking about fiction. I'm talking about real life. If you're in school, read your books. Study, pass, get a first class, graduate a first class. I know everybody says it doesn't matter in the real world, but like knowing you achieved that, it feels good. Like, see, when I was in high school, I was the head girl. We referred to it as senior prefect because it was an all-girls school. There was no head boy. So does it matter today? can I carry mic and go and say, guys, I was the senior prefect, oh my god, bow down? No, it doesn't matter. But then it mattered then. And when I have my kids or when I'm talking to people that are younger than me, I can tell them, oh, when I was in high school, I was this. Or when I'm applying for like a leadership position, I can say, oh, I've held one before. Was I the best? I did it. It's on my record. And that's what's important. I don't know if I'm the best person to give advice on academics because I go through intense academic anxiety almost every exam season. I know everybody gets anxious, or at least most people do, but it feels like mine is something crazy. For this particular course, we have this lecturer. He's new and he's different. You guys know who I'm talking about. So it took a while for me to assimilate what he was teaching because I'm used to our regular curriculum, but he kind of deviated from that. So it took a while for me to really comprehend what he was trying to do. Honestly, you can tell that he wants the best for us. He genuinely wants us to gain as much knowledge as possible in such little time. And the thing is, this time has been allocated for our curriculum. So in as much as he wishes the best for us, is he really giving us the best by trying to cram additional knowledge into this small time that we have to cover our curriculum? Personally, I don't think so. I think if he wants to spread knowledge, he should start a YouTube channel. He should invite people for additional knowledge classes. What I have signed up to learn is my curriculum, okay? It can be exam week and I'm looking through my notes trying to sieve out what is important and what is not because I can't tell anymore. It's very confusing. I'm going to share something with you guys that not a lot of people know. So on the morning of that exam, I wept. I cried real tears. I won't insert a picture because you guys can't see me on Fresh like that. I cried and I called my parents. I couldn't speak. And my parents were so worried. They told me to send them my PDFs and they read them and they sent some voice notes to try and help. My parents are the cutest guys. If you see those comments, thank you, Phoebe's parents. I know that this video is more of a sit down talk, more intimate kind of feel. How are you guys liking the setup? Let me know. I am making a commitment to you guys to bring my best always, but this was random. I feel like I can actually have a shot at growing on YouTube. So let's see how we go forward from here. Thank you so much for joining me for Boys, Books and Babies. I will probably expatiate on this in a longer form video outside of this series. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you want a follow-up, if you want some tea, anything. Don't deep it, just smile. This was a gist session, okay? The next video will definitely be more serious and more in-depth. Love you guys. Bye.